Hi everyone, this is Christina Within the Garden, and I'm going to be completing my potato harvest today that I started this morning. We're going to walk through the steps on how to pull them out without injuring or bruising them, and we're going to go over what tools you're going to need to have. It's really easy to harvest potatoes. They're one of my favorite crops right next to garlic and tomatoes, and today we're going to clear out all of them so that we can have this bed back for fall crops. I started on this one already. You just pull the foliage out and you'll get potatoes. Then you're going to use your gloves and you're going to ease up some potatoes. But let me show you how easy it is. So see, this is your potato foliage. It's all above the ground and the potato is under the ground. So if you grab it, it should unhill some of the potatoes. Do you see? And then you'll just go digging for the rest. And we're going to do that here in a second. Look at that one. Now, if you do get these little babies that are attached, I'd leave them, because if you knock them off now, you're going to have an opening that'll need to heal over. Things to think about. Now, you're going to have some of these dried up and dead. Now, those died first, and that's okay. And some of these that are not. Go ahead and pull these as well. You do not have to wait for them to completely die back. You can pull these all now, but this is a definite sign that those potatoes are actually done. Now, what I did this morning is I pulled everything right here in this just 2 to 3 foot section. So we still have everything on that side, all the way around here and back. Now remember, these are our Yukon Gold potatoes, and then we have some red potatoes up here. And that's it we had for this bed. And it was planted in March. And the only tools you're going to need are your hands and gloves if you want them. I brought a container to put the potatoes in, and then 2 kneeling mats, one for me and my son. So let me show you how we pull some of these out by hand. Now, the ones that came out right connected to the root system, those ones can go pop off real quick and set them aside. And then we're going to put this in our pop-up bag. And then you have to go digging for the rest of the potatoes that were probably attached at one point. Let's set these over there. And I just kind of move the soil down away from the area that I am working in, because they're often deeper than you think. Don't worry about brushing them off too much. You don't want to take skin off with you. You will actually cure these like you did your onions. A variety of different sizes. Yeah. Some of these are really nice size. And you just keep digging. That's kind of the therapy of it, is that you just keep digging, trying to find potatoes. You turn up all of your soil in doing so, and really is good for your soil. Even when you think there isn't one, keep digging. Because they're typically deeper than you think, and they're also sometimes away from the plant. Be careful because I've got some tomato roots here. I don't want to disturb, but see, I've got some potatoes in there too. Oh, I've got a big one underneath there. This one has red potatoes. Look at that. You can see that potato is coming up. When that happens, if the sun touches it, it can make the potato turn green, just as a heads up. So if you ever have that happen and you notice it, you can come and cover it up. In this case, we're pulling it out, but still, if that happens to you. You can really see when you're pulling potatoes how your soil is doing. If the quality is, really good, you'll see worms and things. And I just keep digging around, going deeper, going in between things, because you wouldn't believe where potatoes like to just get to sometimes. Look, that was deeper and I almost moved on. Ooh, that might be the biggest. These are the pepper plants we planted that really needed sun but didn't get any. Potatoes took off too fast. Ooh, that's a good one. All right, let's go to the other side of the bed. I really do feel like this side has been turned over, but I always try to do one last sweep. And then I spread the soil all kind of back where it needs to go. See what we've got so far, about half a box. So we're gonna move down to the end and pull the rest. Check out the foliage from this side. So all this will get cleared out. Let's grab this. I'm gonna shake the potatoes off for now. These look like they are red ones for sure. Now I noticed on a lot of the red ones that they started sprouting. I think they did not like being in there. Ooh, it's pretty good. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, none of really gargantuan size except for this one, but do you see how it wanted to start growing again? Let's see what else is in here. Ooh, there's our big one with the baby. Here's a good size. They're a little deeper. Some other red. I can feel a big one. So let's see, how big is this? Ooh, this is a red with a bunch of other ones attached. So I'll leave those on there. There you go. And you just keep digging and digging and digging until you feel like you've gotten them all. And then you always find one more. Try not to mess with my pepper plants. See, we planted these the same time. 3-3. So these potatoes have been in here for quite some time. Okay, I feel confident we've got everything out of this corner. Let's turn. Pay attention to the last red potato corner. And I did do a little bit of this morning, but I knew there was a couple more. This was a drier corner of the bed, so I wasn't sure if we would have any. That one's pretty deep. All right, so from here, I'm gonna set the bin aside. I'm gonna run my hands through the entire bed really quick. See if I catch any last few. Okay, everyone, this is our shop, and I put the potatoes with the onions. Now, you might think there's moisture on the dirt, but it dries out in just a couple seconds. So we're not reintroducing moisture to our onions. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave the red ones in the crate because I don't have a lot of space left. We still have a couple onions doing this where it needs to dry out before it's done. A lot of these are done, but let me show you how I've got it kind of lined up. It's either Yukon Gold or red. Skin potatoes, those are the only ones we ended up growing. And so they'll sit out here for 2 weeks. And after that, they'll be done and you can take them inside. Got them kind of lined up. These were from this morning and they're already dry. Now you're not gonna rub the dirt off. You're just gonna let it fall off. That's why we have this and the fan running. Thank you all for watching. That was growing potatoes. It just takes a couple months for them to grow in the ground. You keep an eye on the upper foliage. When it dies back, you definitely want to harvest those. And as the new ones are not dying back, you just kind of want to watch the time that they've been in the ground. Like I said, the red potatoes for me were starting to sprout new eyes. So you can still eat those as they're still edible, but you don't want them to sit in the ground more than necessary. And I think we gathered 7 or 8 potatoes in the last comb through that I didn't catch the first time. So it always makes a difference to go back, go look for these potatoes, because I'm sure there's some still under the ground, but I think I did a pretty good job. And I haven't weighed these, but we definitely got a lot of potatoes compared to what we had the prior year. Both the onions and potatoes did an excellent job, and I will definitely grow these again. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.